I hope everybody's having a great Friday morning. I am, because I'm coming to you live from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, just outside the food court entrance at the Paddock Mall in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida, on a nice blue sky, high cloud, sunny day. And it's never a bad day when you get to start off by talking to Galen Unall from Life South right as the show starts. Galen, good morning.
Hey, man, what's up? That's a great entry. I don't think everybody would agree to you that the best way to start their day is by talking to me, but
yeah, but I
really
I'm the one
that.
I'm the one with the microphone, so I don't care what everybody would think.
That's funny.
Remember,
thank you.
This isn't Larry and Robin and nice and great radio host, and this isn't Adam, soft-spoken, nice guy. This is Tom, who doesn't care about what people think. I care about what gets me paid. That's what I care about.
Love it, man. I love that. I love that.
That way, hey, the only thing I care about is how I get paid. So you could buy me off now. You can do that.
Oh, I can. Oh, all right. Well, if that's on the table, let's not take that off. I mean, I'm going to need to have some money to do that because you're an expensive guy.
I am an expensive guy.
So.
Got a little. Hey, so when was the last time you hit the little white ball there, pal?
It's not recently. I went up to, my son and I went up to a basketball tournament up in Atlanta. My little brother lives up there, and he lives on a golf course, and we went out there and hit it a little bit. His son's a very, very good golfer, high school golfer, getting recruited to play at the college level. But, I just haven't had that itch. You know what I mean? I know you play all the time, but I'm so busy. I'm like in a basketball gym or at work almost all the time. And I don't have that itch to play.
Yeah, I don't play that often. I mean, I'm playing today and tomorrow and I'll probably play Wednesday and then Friday and Saturday of next week. I don't play that often.
So it's not enough. No,
I don't play.
Hey, I will tell you this. You'll love this. So I'm playing with my brother, and and I wasn't playing terrible for having not played in 2 years. That was the first time I had played in 2 years, and I hit it. We're like it's 100 and maybe 211, but the carry over a trap is like 188.
Right.
And to land on the green, and my brother looks at me, and I grab my 4-iron. He goes, "You can't get there." I said, "What?" Yeah, I can, And so I just pured this 4-iron. And in the air, I'm looking at it. I'm picking up my tee. When you hit it really good?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, that's got a chance." I said, "That's inside 3 feet." And you couldn't see it because, and I had never played this course before. It was a blind landing. And we get up there. I said, "Hey, I'm not even getting out of the cart. Can you just pick up my ball?" And we still hadn't seen it.
Right.
And he goes up there, and nobody says anything. And I'm playing with my son the first time he's ever played a round of golf. And I hear him say, "Is that good?" And Brian says, "Don't say anything." And so he comes back. I said, "Well, how close was he?" He goes, "About an inch." And you hit a shot like that, sometimes it can fuel your fire to go play again. It just didn't.
Yeah.
But I did say I will dream about that shot for a long time because it was pure.
Well, my problem here recently is I woke up about 4 months ago and got out of the bed, stepped out of the bed, and went straight to the floor with a back spasm. And so now, every time I swing a golf club, I feel like that instead of swinging, I'm worried about my back. So my scores have not been what they. And it's not a game where you either swing the club or you don't swing the club.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look at all the pros and their back problems.
Oh yeah.
Look at Freddie Couples once he started getting back problems, he was no longer boom. He was just like, "Oh, please don't hurt." And in the back of your mind, if you're thinking, "Oh, please don't hurt when you swing," you can't concentrate.
And I'm constantly thinking of "please don't hurt" in my backswing. So it's a mental thing I'm going to have to get over. It's a mental thing I'm going to have to get over. But did you watch any of the debate last night, pal?
I did. I watched all of it. It was watchable. And I think you could see the contrast between the two candidates. I thought the moderator did a phenomenal job.
She did an amazing job. She did.
She interjected when she felt she needed to, but she wasn't the. And it's sad that we're talking about a moderator who's not supposed to be the star.
Yeah.
As being the star because she did her job.
She's like
after some of the other moderators in fact.
Like everybody said, when people ask me who's your favorite boxing referee, Richard Steele, Mills Lane, somebody like that, I go, none of those, because you know their names. My favorite boxing referee, somebody I don't know who the hell he is. That's my favorite boxing referee, and that's what a moderator's supposed to be. Right. A moderator's not supposed to be debating either candidate. They're just supposed to be their referee.
Correct. Yeah, and I thought she did a good job. I mean, the question is, who won? You know what? At this point, I think your candidate won.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Whoever you're going to vote for won.
You will never get Donald Trump supporters to say that Joe Biden won last night, and you'll never get Joe Biden supporters to say Donald Trump won last night. Biden won to his supporters. Trump won to his supporters. The question is, who do the independents, the undecideds, think won? That's where the question is.
No, it's an honest question. I ask people all the time, do you know who you're going to vote for? And they all say yes. Now, I don't ask who, because that if they want to tell me, that's fine. But they all know who they're going to vote for.
You know, I actually I know of two people who still don't know. I believe them that they don't know who they're going to vote for.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yep. And I have friends of mine that literally they're getting together this weekend, which is very good as an electorate to do. They're getting together this weekend to have a group discussion of about 5 or 6 people. They're going to discuss and try to delve through all these amendments to the Florida Constitution and everything. They're actually getting together like a study group and looking at the amendments to see, what should be voted and how. I think that's commendable.
You know, what Larry and Robin used to do is they used to go through each amendment and have someone on from each side. And I always listen to that because they write them so confusingly that you're not quite sure what you're voting for. So, yeah, I would love to, if they YouTube that or something, I'd love to watch it because the amendments now, I have not made up my mind, but the presidential candidates and I think every other candidate, and even the judges, I know which way I'm going.
Can we just say this, though? I even said this to the mayor the other day when he was in here. Everybody gets so up in arms, and 80% is what they're predicting. Wesley Wilcox is predicting will show up to vote in Marion County in this election. 80%. Now, I'll ask you the same question I asked the mayor. The City Council of Ocala, the County Commission of Marion County, the school board of Marion County, people who make decisions on taxes and property taxes and the like of that, or the president and vice president of the United States, who affects Galen Unall on a day-to-day basis more?
I say that every day, man. I vote. Your vote's much more important in a local election than it is
100%
in a presidential. But they also vote more for the mayor than they do their city commissioner and their city council and county commissioner, and I've never understood that.
12 to 15% turnout.
Do anything.
12 to 15% turnout in non-national election years.
Unbelievable, and the people that vote for it, granted, are in the system, right? They're people like you and me who study the stuff and love it and understand it, but let's be clear, it's probably going to impact you and I less than some of the people who should be voting. Right now, like what's on our future with the school board is how we're going to move forward.
Yes.
With a lot of different decisions making. And for the first time in a long time, I think there's a stark difference between these two candidates. And
for the first time in a long time, there's not a bully sitting on the school board, too.
Oh, thank God!
You know what I mean?
Thank God.
Hey, real quick.
Thank God we're not worried about him. How much they're embezzling for a roof in Dunellen.
Real quick, we got to take a break and get pay our good friends, pay the bills here from our good friends at Palm Garden and Penn Flooring. We'll be back with Galen Unall just after this brief timeout on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
People ask me why I've worked at Palm Garden for so long, and I tell them it's the people. I love to hear the life stories, especially those from the greatest generation. Celebrating life stories is what sets Palm Garden apart, finding out what's important to them. And I love being a resource. Like Macy's Santa, if I can't help, I'll send them to Gimbel's. After all, Palm Garden is located on 34th Street. I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Call me and let's chat. 854-6262.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. My guest, as always, first thing on the show in the morning is Galen Unall from Life South. Galen, we can't say enough about Penn Flooring and Palm Garden and why they're great for sponsoring this part of the program.
Yeah, they've been a part of my segment for a long time and allowing me to really spread the word of blood donations, and I'm grateful for that.
We were talking about the debate and elections and how more important the local elections are than national elections. But we are in the middle of a national election, and last night the debate was on. I personally am a card-toting Republican. It's not a secret that I lean to the right.
Me too.
But
Me too.
Last night I thought that both sides made some very good points, and debate-wise, you see one that's a polished politician and one that's a guy who talks off the cuff and just whatever pops into his head. Usually you would think the president's the one that's the polished politician, but that's not the case this time.
Yeah. And I think they points. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you went through that little dip again on 75.
Man, gosh, it's terrible. I'm looking at a tower. It does it every day. But again, it was a contrast of two styles. And again, your guy did what he was supposed to do. You know, I think Trump got Biden on the fracking. He got him on record, you know, where he's been very clear that he's against fracking. And I think he got him on that. And, you know, at the same time, I think Biden made points with Trump's business. And people who don't like Trump think that he's a very corrupt man because he's a businessman. And I think there's a lot of similarities. I think Trump missed some opportunities. If Biden is going to allow 11 million people to instantly become citizens, who's covering their health care costs?
100%.
And how are we paying for that? If he would have said that, I think it would have changed the debate even more. And I'm sitting there going, whoa. 11 million new citizens. You're going to grant them citizenship instantly. How does that happen? Right? Because most of these, we don't even know they're there. So people are just going to flood to the border and completely overwhelm that
It's going to be a whole lot more than 11 million, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the wall, and I'm for the wall. You know, it's amazing. This went completely unnoticed. Greece, who has been through turmoil over the last decade, is building a wall with Turkey. My wife was in Greece last year, spent 3 weeks there, fell in love with it. There's a guy she likes to talk about all the time. I don't know about that, but they're building a wall between Greece and Turkey because of all the migrants that are flooding into Greece because of their social net, what they call the social safety net. That's going to be the U.S. I mean, everybody in Central America is going to come over and instantly get food stamps, Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and health insurance. Why the heck wouldn't they?
Look here. If I was living in Guatemala and I knew that if I could make the trek to the Texas border, and as soon as I came across the border, I would get everything from food stamps to free government housing excuse me, free education for my children in the public school system, free health care.
And college.
Let me tell you something. I would be on a bicycle, skateboard, my feet, whatever it took me to get me to the Texas border.
Right. And I don't, and Biden's like, oh, and this is what we should do as Americans. Why? Where is that written in our?
No, it is. No, I agree with Biden. It is what we should do as Americans legally. We shouldn't make these people immediate citizens. We should make them go through the process. Now, is the process too long and too expensive? That is arguable because it is a very long process and it's a very expensive process. And our country was, we're a melting pot, not because we've devolved that way, but because when we first started this country, you had Quakers and you had Catholics and you had Puritans. And it was a melting pot, and that's what we were built on. Everybody here at one time was an alien to this country, except for the Native Americans. Except for the Native Americans.
And
right.
I fall into that.
Right.
By
the way, if you look back at the written history of the Native Americans, they came across the Bering Strait. So even they're aliens, really.
Yeah.
Anybody that didn't start, anybody that moved out of the Mesopotamian Valley, pretty much is alien everywhere else.
Which is all of us.
Everybody.
Yeah. Now, I completely understand that. But again, I think it was a good stark contrast between the two candidates, and it really falls into two camps. And this is what I tell people this all the time. You either believe that the government is supposed to help you solve your problem, or you believe the government should just stay the heck out of your way.
100%.
And that's where we're at as a society. And I think that's where the divide is a lot of people feel that the government is meant to protect us and that they should shut down. And as I've said for months now, is you can't give up your freedom for the guise of safety, whether that's for terrorism, whether that's for COVID or a hurricane or anything else. You cannot give that freedom up because the government takes every opportunity it can to take a disaster and make themselves more important and bigger.
Well,
and I don't like that.
You just can't make the cure. Trump said this last night. You can't make the cure worse than the problem.
Absolutely.
And last night, the one thing about the debate that caught me last night, I was going to talk about it later, but I'll talk about it with you now, is I was in the restaurant business for a very long time. Before I got into radio, restaurants was what I did. I was a server, I was a bartender, I was a bar manager, then a front of the house manager, then a general manager. So I ran the gamut, worked for 7 different companies, the last company being Mellow Mushroom out of Atlanta, okay? So I know the restaurant business. And Joe Biden said last night, you got to close these restaurants down and these bars down until you can build plexiglass around all the booths so that people don't get each other sick. And I'm like, do you realize that restaurants literally operate on about a 7% profit margin after you deal with labor and food costs and alcohol costs and everything and light bills and everything? You end up on about a 7%, 7 to 10% profit margin for a restaurant that's a successful restaurant. Now you want them to close and do all this building of all this plexiglass stuff and everything? You'll kill 50% of the industry will go bankrupt.
That's exactly right. And I think Trump hit him on that. He goes, who's going to pay for that? And then Biden's answer to that, again, bigger government, is the government's going to pay for that.
No, the government doesn't.
How?
Here's what people don't understand, and this is what blows my mind. The government doesn't pay for anything. The government allocates.
Tom, they got all kinds of money.
No, the government, but they don't pay for anything. The government allocates our money towards what needs to be paid for. We as taxpayers, 370 million people, that's who pays the bills, not the government. The government is just the person writing the check. It's kind of like when you belong to a hunting club, everybody puts their money in and you have a treasurer who then pays the bills and everything. All the federal government is like the treasurer of your hunting club. It's not their money, it's everybody's money. They're just writing the checks.
You can kick your treasurer of your hunting club's butt when he does something stupid, right?
Yeah, you can do that to your politician too. Vote him out of office.
Right. Yeah, like if he buys the wrong kind of beer.
Right.
But but you can't. It's harder to do it with these politicians because they're so entrenched. Right? There are no term limits for these people.
That's why
you look at a guy like Biden who was there for
47 years.
47 years. And I read this and I was shocked. He came into office and had a net worth of about $200,000.
Yep.
And that included his home.
Yep.
Right? Now his net worth is over $15 million a year. He's got 7 houses. How do these people get that much? Look at Maxine Waters. You know, where is all this money coming from?
We know where it's coming from. Lobbyists.
So, yes, of course, Ukraine. And I'm amazed that these people can just blow off Hunter Biden, who was dishonorably discharged from my United States Navy for drug abuse after they sent him to a rehab. Somebody said, oh, they didn't give him the proper rehab. They sent him to rehab before they kicked him out. And then he did it again. And how does that guy, who has no idea about energy, get $3.5 million check from the governor of Moscow?
Because his
Or
dad
mayor
was the
of
vice
Moscow?
president.
Correct. That's wrong. That's wrong. I'm sorry. That's just wrong.
And last night I thought President Trump made a good thing where he got the biggest denial by Joe Biden that you're going to have on record about the Hunter Biden scandal and everything. And now if it comes out that the big guy in those emails really is Joe Biden, now they got him because he lied. If he is the big guy and he's part of this conspiracy, they got him last night lying to the American public. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well,
if he
they
is
got
the big
about
guy,
2 weeks.
They got about 2 weeks to prove it.
And I will tell you this: I know, like my mom, for example, that wouldn't change her vote. All she would say is, "Well, they would all do it. They all do it." That doesn't make it right.
Oh, 100%. It's not going to. Joe Biden supporters, if this proves to be true, Joe Biden supporters are still going to vote for him. Just like, by the way, when Trump said the things about grabbing people and all, I didn't like any of that. But somebody goes, "Are you voting for Donald Trump?" No, I'm not voting for Donald Trump. I'm voting against Hillary Clinton. That was my 2016 mantra. I wouldn't vote for Donald Trump.
That's exactly right.
I was voting against Hillary Clinton.
And I want to be clear. I didn't vote for McCain because I didn't like McCain. I didn't vote for Romney because I didn't like Romney. But you know what? My vote in this two-party system. So I voted for Trump.
Look, I
didn't vote for him in the primary.
I voted for John Kasich in the primary.
Oh, I couldn't have done that. How do you feel about that now?
Yeah, it was. I would not do it again.
How many times have we done that? And go, oh gosh, I screwed that one up.
Well, it seems like a lot of people are doing it this year. You see all these Republicans for Biden signs in yards. Maybe people are doing it this year.
I haven't seen any, and I haven't seen them. I've seen them online.
Oh no, I've saw 4 or 5 of them around Ocala.
Well, wow. All right.
Look.
All right. I guess they like taxes. I don't like government, so I'll vote against government every time.
Yeah, see, I don't like government either, but I don't like government from either side. Like, I don't like big government. I don't like handouts and all, but I also don't like the government trying to tell me what I can and can't do in my bedroom, which the Republicans always want to do. I want them to leave me the hell alone. I don't care what party it is. Take care of the infrastructure of this country. Take care of the military of this country. Take care of fuel. Make sure we get our fuel in and out of this country so I got stuff for my car and everything. Make sure tariffs are good so that, I don't get cheap stuff from other countries. And other than that, stay out of my life.
Hey, don't get me started on infrastructure, man. I can't stand it. To me, that's a bad word to me.
Hey, Galen, real quick.
That's where the biggest boondoggles come from.
We got about 20 seconds. Tell us where the Bloodmobile's at today.
Yeah, please get out there, donate. We are in emergency need of all types. Our Bloodmobile is going to be out at the 40 Shopping Center right there at the Publix, right on the boulevard. Of course, our donor center is right there at 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Check us out at lifesouth.org. Have a great weekend, everybody. Pre-game at 6:30 tonight.
Wolfpack football. See you, Galen.
From the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
Thursday's presidential debate.
A report this week, which was referenced, does indicate that your company has a bank account in China. So how can voters know that you don't have any foreign conflicts of interest?
I have many bank accounts, and they're all listed, and they're all over the place. I mean, I was a businessman doing business. The bank account you're referring to, which is, everybody knows about it, it's listed. The bank account was in 2013. That's what it was. It was opened it was closed in 2015, I believe.
Democrat nominee Joe Biden.
China would have to play by the rules internationally as well. When I met with Xi, when I was still vice president, he said we're setting up air identification zones in the South China Sea. You can't fly through them. I said we're going to fly through them. We just flew B-52, B-1 bombers through it. We're not going to pay attention. They have to play by the rules.
USA Radio News.
When you have a pain in the neck, a real pain in the neck, back, shoulder, or legs, you now have two convenient choices to get fast relief without taking another pill. Because now, Sunny Bay heating wraps and pillows are available at both Amazon and Walmart. Yes, see Sunny Bay's 4.5 to 5-star customer reviews on Amazon.com or Walmart.com. Our made in the USA microwavable heat wraps, heatable neck pillows, and extra large body wraps are designed better for perfect support where and when you need it. Even while driving, Sunny Bay wraps will not burn and stay balanced to provide soothing hot or cold therapy to help treat temporary or chronic pain. And the best part? Sunny Bay quality products start at under $20. Join thousands of happy customers and see why Sunny Bay products have a lifetime 100% positive rating on both Amazon and Etsy. It's easy. Click Amazon or Walmart and search today for Sunny Bay.
Ocala's Appleton Museum of Art has reopened to all visitors. See the world-class permanent collection and special exhibits, including photographs by Bruce Mozart and mixed media by Christina Deanne. Hours are Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, noon to 5 p.m. The museum is closed Mondays through Wednesdays. Masks are required, and visitor occupancy is being monitored. For more information, visit appletonmuseum.org.
Finally, shipping made easy. Just Ship is your answer to your shipping aggravation. They come pick up your package and ship it for you. Birthday gifts, eBay sales, or an online return. Just Ship can handle all of them for you. Act now and you can save 20% on an annual subscription, which will take you through the 2020 holiday months. Go to www.justship.net now and take the aggravation out of shipping.
Oh, hey, Grandpa. Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Brick City Creative Group is your one-stop multimedia destination. With the experience our team has, not many can really tell a story like we do. Specializing in live broadcasting, promo reels, film, and social media. No matter the story, we've got you covered with some of the best professionals in the industry. Your story is our mission. Find us on the web at brickcitycreativegroup.com or on Facebook at Brick City Creatives.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first Wednesday of each month at 9:30 to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. In studio, 8:35 a.m. on a beautiful Friday morning. I'm coming to you live from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, just outside the food court entrance at the beautiful Paddock Mall in the Brick City Beautiful, Ocala, Florida. If you'd like to be a part of the show, give us a call, 622-9622. We'll take your calls on a free line Friday. Free phone line Friday, 622-9622 is the number to call. Speaking of the Paddock Mall, they wanted you to know that at the Paddock Mall, they continue to be inspired by the resiliency of our community and have enjoyed safely welcoming back our guests and the community once again. The Paddock Mall is happy to announce that it is now expanding hours on Fridays and Saturdays with hours of 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. They will continue to operate with reduced hours Monday through Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 5:30. The Paddock Mall is focused on providing a safe and enjoyable experience for everyone in the continued need to address COVID-19. Our already rigorous disinfectant and cleaning practices will continue. So the Paddock Mall is extending its hours of operation, going from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, but on Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and then Sundays, 12 to 5:30. That's good news. That's another sign that things are starting to get back to normal as places start getting back to opening on their normal, regular hours. I want to also tell you about something to help the veterans. The 8th annual Paychecks for Patriots Career Fair is going virtual this year. Career Source Citrus Levy Marion will hold a Paychecks for Patriots virtual career fair on Tuesday, November 10th as part of a statewide effort to connect Florida veterans with career opportunities. The fair takes place from 10 to 11:30 a.m. on November 10th, Tuesday, November 10th. During Paychecks for Patriots, now in its 8th year, Career Source CLM will help match veterans with employers who value the knowledge, skills, and attributes attained during military service. If you don't have a computer or if you're unable to access the fair online, a limited number of computers will be available by appointment at Career Source CLM Career Center at 2703 Northeast 14th Street in Ocala. You can call them at 800-434-JOBS. That's 800-434-5627 to reserve one of the computers there. And also, Veterans Helping Veterans will also have a limited number of computers at its office at 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard in Ocala. So both of those places are resources where you can go and get computer help if you need it. And just it's another way that Career Source is trying to cater and help out our veterans, Joe, here in Marion County. Tuesday, November 10th with the Career Source 8th annual Paychecks for Patriot Career Fair. Going virtual this year, Joe, so you don't have to be there in person. You can be on a computer. You don't have to be in person.
I can.
Yeah, you can.
Good morning, Thomas.
How are you, Joe?
Beautiful day out there, isn't it?
It is a wonderful day, and we're stuck inside.
No,
can we move the microphones outside, just do this outside?
Finally, he has an idea.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Of
course, somebody probably should come by and scream profanities if we were outside.
No, they probably throw tomatoes at you.
Rocks.
I said tomatoes.
Nobody's throwing tomatoes. You know, funny story. When I got married in 1996, we had a Low Country boil as the dinner that we served everybody. And, you know, Low Country boils, red potatoes and shrimp and sausage and corn and crawfish and, you know, so all boiled up and crab legs.
There's another name for that, too.
We call it Low Country boil. But anyway.
I can't think of it now, though.
So, you know, we get done with that and everything. And, you know, then it's traditional after the cake's cut and everything, the bride and groom leave the party. You know, everybody leaves and they throw the rice or the bird seed or whatever as the bride and groom are leaving. You know, sending you off on your honeymoon.
Oh, a little different. Okay.
Right. So we're there. You know people that throw rice and all, right? You never did that at a wedding, threw the rice or the bird seed as the bride and groom were leaving?
Yeah, they stopped the rice because it was killing the
right,
bird.
but you know what
They went to bird seed, yeah.
Well, my buddies, some of my fraternity brothers, some of my football buddies,
did they keep it in the
They're
box?
we're at a place called Blind Willie McTell's. It's a blues bar where we had our reception.
Oh, that's nice. What state?
Statesboro, Georgia.
Okay.
Blind Willie McTell wrote the song Statesboro Blues that the Allman Brothers made famous.
Is he still there?
No, Blind Willie's no longer with us.
I mean, is the bar still
Oh,
there?
yeah, 100%.
Oh,
right. I even run a Facebook page that I partied at Blind Willie's in Statesboro. I run a Facebook page. Got like 1,200.
That sounds like a day trip.
1,200 members. But anyway, so we're leaving this, and as you go, there was a little, you come out the door, and there's a little short deck, probably 2-foot high deck that leads down into the parking lot.
Okay.
Well, we had the cooker set up on the deck because there was no roof, so they're cooking the Low Country boil and everything. And there was about 5 or 6 bags of still uncooked red potatoes left over after everybody had eaten. My buddies,
Uncooked?
Uncooked.
That means they're hard.
Hard as rocks. My buddies, instead of throwing the bird seed or blowing the bubbles, decide they want to start chunking red potatoes at me.
That hurt.
As I'm leaving my wedding.
Did it hurt?
No, there's a picture of me covering up and bolting, leaving my new wife back behind me, just getting pelted. People go, I can't believe you left her. I was like, she can fend for herself. She needs to keep up. They're hitting me with potatoes in the back of the head. I wonder why I'm divorced.
Did they live that much longer after that?
Oh, yeah, we got in a limo and left.
I mean, the guys that were pitching potatoes.
Yeah, we got in a limo and left.
Oh, the heck with them.
Yeah, it was actually my mother okayed it. It was her idea. Yeah.
You were a problem child, is that what you're saying?
100%.
There you go.
I mean, has anything changed? I'm a problem adult.
Yeah. Unfiltered, too.
Joe, did you watch the debate last night?
I watched the debate, and I shut the football game off before it ended. So
yeah, I went to bed at halftime.
It was 21-3
is when I went to bed.
Oh, no. There were only five points difference.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't watch it that late.
It was like 4 minutes to the end of the game. It was like 11-something at night. Okay, I'm going to shut it off. And then I found out it flipped around.
The Eagles won?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I went to bed at halftime. I went to bed about 10:40 when I went to bed. I had to be up and in a radio studio at 6.
Like I said, usually I don't follow sports, but I like watch a good game. And they crushed this guy and they carried him off the field. Don't ask me what position he played. I
don't have a problem with people being crushed and carried off the field.
He caught the ball. The guy tackled him and kneed him at the same time, and another guy, after he was down, went over him again.
Well, no problem with that.
So he got a penalty for whatever the penalty is,
right.
Roughing up
personal foul, unnecessary roughness.
Yeah. So that guy's out of the game. They got a slap on their hand, and they got that player that they wanted out of the game.
100%. Happens all the time. Somebody goes, you never got upset when you would injure a player? I go, no, because that meant somebody that wasn't as good as them were coming in the game.
Maybe. Or better.
If you're better, you're usually not second team.
Well, you could be,
Every now and then there's an exception. Hey, speaking of exceptions, we got a caller on the line. Let's see if they...
Well, let's say good morning.
Hi, caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. Yes, once again, the Giants found a way to lose a game in the last minute of play.
100%.
Yeah.
So I take it, Jim, you're a Giants fan?
Yeah, I'm a Giants fan from way back, but these last couple of years, they've been a team that only played for 59 minutes.
Problem with that, Joe, is a game is 60 minutes long.
Yeah, I know. So.
Yeah.
Jim, did you watch it?
Good morning, all.
See you, Jim.
And he's gone. Yes, I watched the debate last night.
Galen and I talked about it. Galen, from Life South.
That's the guy.
By the way, brought to you by Penn Flooring and Palm Garden. Thank you for their sponsorship.
Yes, every day.
You see, today I played their commercials like I was supposed to.
Yes, you did good.
How about that?
That a boy.
It only took me 2 days.
Yeah, you'll learn.
I'll still mess stuff up.
I know. I'm looking forward to correct you.
Galen today said, if you're a Joe Biden supporter, you thought Joe Biden won the debate. If you're a Trump supporter, you thought Trump won the debate. I think the moderator won the debate because she actually did a very good job.
I think she did an outstanding job. She didn't. I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay. Next, we got it.
She moved on. Yeah. She wasn't saying, "Excuse me, Mr. President, Mr. Trump," like Chris Wallace. She was like, "Nope, moving on." She ignored him, man, and it helped that there was it helped there was a button backstage that could shut a microphone off too.
Yeah, but I watched him when he went. Oh, she said, "We're going on," and they went. They were in mid sentence. They went. Yeah, I like that. But I didn't. Someone quoted that you could see them mounting something once in a while, and you couldn't hear them
because the mics were off.
Right, but I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it happened a couple times. Looked like a 1970s karate picture.
Yeah,
looked like a 1970s.
Then you hit,
damn you!
Yeah, right.
You killed my brother.
That was the way I watched